Welcome to a demo of the MS4 Modeling Environment, or MS4 Me. In this demo, we will create a small Hello World project and populate it with one model. We can create our project and call it Hello World Project. And now we want to create an atomic model from a text file. We will call this model Hello World. This gives us this blank model file to begin with. If we hold down Control and press space, we get a list of all the different options that we can insert into this model. We will start with an initial state, which will be a hold state. So the model will start in this state and wait some amount of time. We will call this initial state, and we will hold for 1 second. And from the initial state, we will go back to the initial state. We also want some output from this state, so we hold down Control and press the space bar and insert an output message. Notice this message is pre-populated with the possible state, and we just have to press Tab and type in the name of the message, which will be Hello World. And then we can save this file. Now we can view this file in the Sim Viewer to see what we've created. In the Sim Viewer, we have a coupled model to hold our single atomic model. We can mouse over this and see the details of the model and notice that it is currently in the initial state. We can hit Step to move the simulation forward and notice that this outputs the Hello World message. So everything is working fairly well so far. We can close our simulation viewer and now add another input and another state to the model. So to add an external transition, we again hit Control space and say that when we are in the initial state and we receive the message, "How are you?" we can then go to another state and we can call this state Send Thanks. The error checking tells us that there is not a Send Thanks state yet, so we need to define one. And we will create another hold state and call it Send Thanks. We will hold in this for 1 more second, and from there we will go back to the initial state. We also want to add an output, and this output will say, after Send Thanks, then output, Fine, thank you. And we can save our new model and again open it in Sim Viewer. Now we can toggle the port display and see the actual ports on this model. So now we accept the input in How are you and send out Hello World and also out Fine thank you. As before, if we just step through this model, we see that it outputs Hello World. We can right click on the In How Are You port or anywhere on this model and inject input into this model to see how it behaves. So if we inject input into the In How Are You port, I can expand this model a bit and see that now we are in the Send Thanks state. So if I step, I see that the model outputs Fine thank you, and then goes back to our initial state and starts outputting Hello World again. So I can inject more input and see the behavior of the model. So this demo has showed you how to create a model as a text file and then view it as a simulation. Also note, as we create this model, we have an outline to the right that shows some details of the model's behavior. So at a glance, we can easily see what this model will do, and we can view it in the Sim Viewer to show a detailed look.